Hello. I feel like this isn't going to work unless I can show you what I'm doing. This table's too short, and this chair does not go down. You know what I'm thinking? Let me do this. Let me do this. Can this be a thing? That doesn't really do anything different, does it? You still can't see what the fuck's going on. Fuck it. We'll just do it like this. And hope for the best. So, today, I actually have a ton of shit that I should be doing. And this isn't on my priority list. I mean, it is. But I'm going to be taking inventory of the chapbooks that I have, of the paperbacks that I have for sale. And I'm going to be making, binding together with staples, everything else that I got here. And I might do the numbering while I'm here. I just thought if I was going to do all this shit, I might as well do it on a stream. So, in case, because I've been doing shit like this for, since, I was, 14. So, and on a mass market level since I was, 14. So, a lot of this stuff I just do without, thinking about it. So, but some of you might actually have some questions about what the fuck I'm doing at any given time. So, ask away, for real. So, I'm going to be getting all my stuff out. This dresser here is basically my filing cabinet. It's just full of paper products and shipping supplies. So let's get cracking. So first off, I have to go through. Okay, that's just one without a book in it. So these are the only copies of Pharma Phoenix Rises I have left. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is definitely not the number I have in my Etsy shop. So, but a lot of things happen. If I'm running late on an order, I'll throw a extra chapbook in just to kind of be nice for fucking taking so long. What did I say? 5, 10, 16. Shit. That is not correct. And then I don't think I bound all of the anxious anxiety ones, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these left. And these are numbered already. And they're out of order. Yay. So there's that. And then I also have this, which is a cover for Pharma Phoenix Rises that's not numbered. I think this one was for me because originally I did paper covers and I'm like, what am I fucking doing? I want to do cardstock covers. So I made one with a paper cover and it was really shit. So this might have just been my practice run on that. But you never know. I might open this drawer and find a ton of other shit. So Panic is this month's chapbook. It's 4 short stories. Titles being Unsane Sam, The Killing of P3, Free Kindle Books, and Gonorrhea. And I just put this one together today and posted it. But I also have all of these covers that I have to put on all of the books. So I might do that right now. But I don't know how many I have. Because we ran out of ink halfway through doing this. So basically, when I'm printing these out, I try to catch them. Congratulations on reaching your end to go. Thank you so much, JH. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, that was awesome. So everyone who supported that and helped share it, thank you guys. But yeah, so I try to like crisscross these as they come out. It's just easier. So when you're going through this, you're not just counting pages, but then you do have to count pages because every once in a while you'll get pages. Because when you're printing on both sides, sometimes the printer will suck up 2 pieces of paper. So you always have to make sure. And I try to make sure, but sometimes I'm just not very good. So then this is so easy. This is like shit they teach you in fucking little tiny kids school. But yeah, so you get your book and you get your cover and you fold them all up all nice. Come on. And then we get out the big ass stapler and staple this mofo. So I have one of these. I kind of want the ones that go like this. So you could just like kind of set it down like that. It's a lot nicer because this little thing right here, it slides back and forth. So it's never exactly where you want it. But I've been kind of doing this for so long that I just kind of eyeball it anyway. And I was going to do this out in the dining room because I thought it would be easier to, and I have just proven myself correct. It would be easier to do this. God damn it. And I don't know if it's because I push too hard, but I fuck staples up a lot. So, yeah. And then I like to try to do anything I can to make the binding or the spine just a little more normal. So then we got ourselves a little book here. And I actually probably shouldn't be doing this before I number them. So I guess I'm going to number them first. And I decided I'm not signing all of them anymore. Because if I sign all of them, it doesn't do anyone any favors if they're collecting for the signature or whatever. So I figured I would sign 20 out of the 50. But I'm not going to sign any. And then if someone asks me to sign it, of course I'm going to sign it. That's stupid. But, okay, so 1 out of 50. 2 out of 50. So fucking stupid. Okay, so I'm going to take all these and numerate them. Okay, so 3 out of 50. But yeah, ask any questions you want. Talk to me about whatever. I'm just slaving away over here. Making the best out of the day. This is so tedious. I hate this more than anything. 6 out of 50. 750. 8 out of 50. And if you notice me saying the same number twice, tell me. Why am I yelling? 9 out of 50. 10 out of 50. Oh, and if you're one of my patron subscriber people at my patreon.com/Matt Wall, you get your name in that month's book. So that's kind of sweet and nice. I like that. 11 out of 50. 12 out of 50. Yeah, this is like watching paint dry, guys. So the show's yours. Tell me what we're talking about. This is not good for my back. Sitting like this. This is bad. Hello, Matt. Just got here. Do you always do runs of 50? Lately, I have been because I got a pack of cardstock that was multicolored cardstock. And it had 50 of each color in it. And I'm like, oh, that works. Now I could just do a print run of 50 for each of these things. I did, on my earlier chapbooks, I did some were a run, because I didn't think anyone would want my shit. So the early chapbooks, I think the biggest run I ever did was 30. Most of them were 20, and I think one I only did 10 of. Yeah, it was like a chapbook for just one event. The DNF'd one. I only made 10 of those. But and then this way too, like I could just sell these until they're gone. And then when I have once like Pharma Phoenix Rises is gone, and Mart is gone, and One Night is gone, and next month's chapbook is gone. Those are all poetry chapbooks. I'm going to put those out as like a paperback, like all bound together and stuff. Kind of like how the Indiegogo thing went with my early chapbooks. It's just like a nice little, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like the people who support me, like these little chapbooks are for them, because it's like there's not going to be, because the second I put something on Amazon, it's going to be like no end in sight. Like it'll be made as long as orders are coming in. Thanks for introducing me to Bukowski. Red Post Office. I could relate since I worked for the federal government. Oh, man. Sometimes I think that might be a good thing. It seems like a lot of security, but it also seems like a lot of bullshit to put up with. Hey, Bunny. So was your experience with the federal government a lot like Bukowski's in that? $20 out of $50. I'm almost halfway there, guys. 20 out of 50. 21 out of 50. Let's see. Yes, having to deal with insurance a-holes. That stuff just like makes my fucking. The majority of people in the world are so much braver than I, because I cannot. I don't know how people do it, dude. It's fascinating to me. Like I've never been able to put myself in that kind of situation and have it succeed. The closest thing to that, I was a bartender for like 10 years, but at many different places, and got fired numerous times, but always was able to come back and to some place and get a job or something. But when you're the sober one around a bunch of drunk people, it kind of sucks balls a bit. It's funner being the drunk person around a bunch of sober people because then you are able to blame things for your stupidity. But yeah, so anyone who fucking gets up in the morning to go fucking make somebody else a lot of money, like, this might sound like I'm being a dick, but I respect the shit out of you. Like when I have to get up early and go out and do shit, and I see some fuckers in like a work truck or something, and know that they've probably been up since like 4:30, I'm just like, how the fuck do you guys do it? Like, it's amazing. All the respect in the world for fucking people who just jam that fucking. And the 9 to 5 is not 9 to 5. It's usually 6 to 7. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, I've had too many near, how shall we say, near arrests, near like murders. I can't do it. Too much stuff. And then I also like numbering stuff because it lets everyone know that there is a certain amount of stuff. And then if anything ever shows up without a number on it, it's fucking fake or bullshit or whatever. So that's kind of cool. And then it also helps like when people who order right away, like if they could get like a low number, like they feel better. So I don't know. Just a bunch of little weird things that I like. I listened to the audio version of The Stranger last night. We'll listen to the trial today. Have watched the Orson Welles version multiple times. Never get tired. Oh, the one with Anthony Perkins. Isn't he Joseph K or whatever in that? Oh, that's fucking brilliant. That's great. Yeah. What did you think of The Stranger? It's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm at number 40, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, I hope I didn't do that. I don't think I did. Okay. 48. 49. Oh my gosh. Here we are, folks. 50 out of 50. Boom. Have to listen again to The Stranger, different experience in reading it. Yeah, I just finished William S. Burroughs, The City of the Red Knight, or Cities of the Red Knight. So I was reading this book, absolutely loving it. It's like a hard-boiled detective story for half of it, and the other half is like journal entries from like pirates from like 100 years ago. It's totally cool. It has a lot to do with time travel and all sorts of other stuff, gay sex and stuff like that. And halfway through it, I was just like, Jesus Christ, this book is so fucking good. This is probably the best Burroughs book I've ever read. I'm like tweeting about it. I'm fucking Instagramming pictures of it and shit. Thanks, Jason. He likes my shirt. This is Centipede. Um, and then after I do all this, I get to the third part of the book, like part 3. And shit just gets so fucking weird and all topsy-turvy and upside down. I have no idea what the fuck happened. So now I'm going to have to go back and reread that, like listen to it again, or go buy the actual physical copy of the book and just like kind of slowly go through part 3, because like I am so fucking confused at everything that went down. So, hey, if any of you guys want to start your own zine or anything like that, let me know and I'll help you out any way I can, because I think zines need to become bigger than they are. Because zines were the internet before the internet. Ain't that right? Okay, so let's see here. Make sure. Oh, yeah, I just did that. Okay. Oh, yeah, Poetic Anarchy, guys, starts on Tuesday. So if you're interested in taking the workshop course thing, let me know and we'll make it happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Monday, like, this is what I should be doing right now, but I started doing this and now I can't be stopped. Monday, actually, let me put all this stuff away real quick. Monday, the Poetic Anarchy Volume 1 anthology book will be out, that has all of the poets who were in the first class. So you'll be able to check that out. Also, Weird Mask is out right now. Weird Mask 25. And it has stories from me, from Steve Donahue, Regina over at Regina's Haunted Library, Jay Flynn, Mike DeFrench, B.L. Kohler, Peter Clark. Sorry, I almost went the wrong Peter there. S.K. Gunn, DJ Triver, saying that name wrong. Sorry. David Wardrop, Mark Rennie, Scott Bryant from the Bookish Bryants. Just like tons of people that you know from YouTube and shit, you know. So that's really fucking cool. Actually, should I just fold? I'm just going to fold for right now, and then we'll staple. Let's see. You know, man, I grew up in the 80s when zines were popular, but I never saw them. I'm kind of bummed. Oh, yeah, like, you had to, like, either, like, know somebody who was making them, or a lot of times in certain magazines, like, there would be, like, classified ads in the back that would be like, hey, send a SASE to blah, 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 and we'll send you this zine. And then there would be other zines that the whole part of the zine was to tell you who's putting out zines and where to mail away for them. But if you went to, like, a lot of shows, like, at least in the music zine era, there was always somebody, and it was usually me, but there was always somebody, like, with their backpack, like, selling zines out front that had, like, interviews with the bands that were playing at the show, and, like, really shitty, low res, high contrast, black and white pictures, because you would, like, take a picture, get the photos developed, and then cut the pictures out and, like, tape them into the master copy of the zine and shit. So it's a lot of fun. Good times. And then, like, once you had yours, and if you went to like some big event where people from all over the place were going, you could sell a bunch there or give a bunch away, and then by the time you got back home, you'd have a bunch of mail from people like requesting like a subscription or like the next issue with like $1 or $2 and shit. Or they would send you their zine and say, "Hey, here's my zine. Can I get one of yours for free?" And you're like, "Fuck yeah, you just gave me a zine, motherfucker." Like, yeah, good times. But now we have this thing called the internet. So zines like that don't matter. Now they're more like relics, like nostalgia time capsules, which is still cool. 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. That's all the pages. I already know that I don't have enough of these. So maybe I should flip this and start from this end. So I could have the lower numbers up front. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Do we have a 15? Do we have a 15? Yeah, okay, we're all good. That's cool. You seem really passionate. That's a blessing. Thanks, Jason. Will you be doing a video about Weird Mask and your chapbooks aside from this one? Probably. I should. It would be stupid of me not to. So, yes. And here, I'll just say it right now so everyone could start looking and pointing. Bunny's in the Weird Mask issue, guys. Right there. Right there, Bunny. Weird Mask issue 25. Right there. Available on Amazon. Look at that. Bunny. In it. Now Bunny is a blushing bunny. And I wonder if I scared Bunny away with that one. Possibly. Yeah, I put Panic and One Night up on Etsy today. So those are up. And then I'm going to be doing the not the chapbooks, the broadsides. Maybe today, maybe not today. Thank you. Blushing Bunny. Yeah. And Bunny's in the Poetic Anarchy book, too. That's coming out on Monday. Bunny's all over the place. Bunny's been hopping. And then Bunny's going to be in my new poetry zine, The Bloodshed Review, which is going to come out later in the month. Bunny's everywhere, guys. You're just going to be sitting there one day, and then Bunny's going to pop out from behind a fucking tree or pop out from behind a rock or something, scare the shit out of you. You might wet yourself a little bit, and then Bunny will be gone. Here, they're gone. Boom. Bunny there, Bunny gone. That's how Bunny rolls. Now, sometimes I could just feel that, like, they don't feel right. Like, they don't feel like there's enough pages in or something. What is going on here? Come on. Come apart. Thank you. Jesus. And then I have to count. But that one was okay. It just felt funny. Only because Matt is the coolest dude around. Sticky out tongue face emoji. Thank you. That was sweet. Here, I will read to you the first paragraph of Unsane Sam. Sam didn't go unsane until his 24th birthday. I say unsane because Sam thought his sanity was skyrocketing him onto the moon. Sam thought his sanity was the direct opposite of insane, which would naturally make him unsane. Well, that didn't really tell you a whole lot. Now you just know that Sam has a confusion when it comes to the English language. But, that's cool. Do I have any more pink? I do. Maybe I'll do that. Let me see. I just was thinking of another chapbook to put together. I just had an idea. And now I'm like, ooh, I should do that. This feels big. Hang on. I don't know if I'm like just freaking out because I'm on camera, but everything's feeling strange. No, that's right. Why does that feel so thick? This feels thick. Didn't like that. Let me try to bend that back. Okay. Whew. This is riveting stuff, huh, guys? You can finger the mundane and the chapbooks. That's what he said. Sorry, that was bad. What? I feel like I missed something here. Okay. You can finger the mundane and the chapbooks. So you want me to finger the chapbooks, or you want me to finger the chapbooks? And that's what he said. JH, are we referring to the fingering comment? Or did I say something that was icky? I probably said something that was icky. Let's not lie here, folks. But like I keep doing this, like I keep making the books, and then I will find out how much like the first day orders are, because the first day orders are always better than the rest. Like it's like a bigger order than the rest of the month or whatever. And so I'll just like bind the ones that were sold that day. And then I usually just bind them as I go, but I fucking hate it. Like I want everything done so I could just grab. It feels thick. Yeah, dude. Everyone's saying it. I'm like taking it around, saying, "Hey, feel this. Feels thick. Feels really thick." Yeah, that's what happens. You guys are a fucking laugh riot. We got a fingering joke and a thick joke, like within the exact same second in the comments. That's hot. It's hot. That. I'm not going to say it again, but this one really does now feel like that. Yeah, no, it's right. Maybe this one is just a thicker chapbook than the rest of them. And maybe because there's more ink on the page, it weighs more. Is that a thing? Do words have weight? I know people on Instagram and Twitter would like to say they don't. But that's because then people would have to fucking what's the word? Take responsibility for the stupid shit that comes out of their mouths. Look at me, I just turned a fun chat into like some fucking rant against millennials. What the fuck is wrong with me? Jesus. 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27. Come on. Is there another page here? Looks like it. Oh my god, that didn't work. There we go. Fucking hell. I don't like that. I gotta fix that. Damn it. Why do I keep doing this? I always have to like roll the folds. That's what he said. Am I right? Let's see how many euphemisms we could get out of putting fucking chapbooks together. Are there any fires near you? Not that I know of right now. I haven't checked today, but I know like Tahoe, which is like not close to here, is like fucked. And my parents were actually supposed to be going up there, and their reservations and everything got canceled because of the fires and stuff. So, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like whenever there are fires, they're usually in this mountain area, not in this town, but in this bit. So I gotta check today. If you guys want to check for me, are there any fires in San Bernardino County? Because if there are, then I will have to maybe not be sitting in a room full of flammable shit. Like that might be the worst place for me at the minute. My sinuses are bad, and I can't smell anything. Dude, I'm not a god guy, but all these disasters are ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. I just actually had a talk that about something like social, and the person I was talking to turned it into a god thing for a hot minute, and I don't even think he meant to, but he did. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, we're not talking about this anymore because I'm actually concerned about something and you're trying to use this as a platform to preach. And that's kind of disgusting. So, yeah, let's try not to do that. I know you're not doing that, Jason. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Every once in a while, you do a stream, and I usually try to make it to where if you're not subscribed, you can't leave a comment. But I forgot to do that this time. So every once in a while, though, you'll have somebody pop in with some kind of bullshit. But those are the rules of the land. I actually don't remember. I mean, I guess I'll find out here soon, but I don't remember what number I was on when the printer ran out of ink. But I have more ink, so I could go do that, but I won't do that now. No, I'm not doing that. I totally understand. I'm subbed for a couple of years now. Yeah, I didn't think you were doing that. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, like human nature, when a bunch of things happen around the same time. I think like that's kind of how a lot of religion started, like oh, every time this happens. Let's um, sacrifice some young virgins to the sun god, and then maybe our corn will grow. You know, it's very human nature to try to put things together and come up for reasons for unreasonable things. Shit. Did I fuck that up? Oh my god, I can't breathe. Maybe there is a fire. That would explain a lot of my sinus issue problems. It's so funny because I have no idea how many copies of the other chapbooks I haven't put together yet. So it'll be interesting to find out what is in this drawer. And what do you guys think a good number for broadsides are? Do you think I should do, because the first broadside I put out, I did a limit of 20 of them. Do you think I should do lower numbers than the chapbooks, or should I do 50? Or should I do 25? Like, what do you think a good number for broadsides are? I'm open to anything. Oh, I think I just made that worse somehow. When it's off just a little bit, it's the worst. When it's off a lot, you can fix that easy. I just got a burn on my finger from that. Okay, I need to put these somewhere. Did I do 3 like that or 4? What did I do? Okay, 3. All right. So let's take all these. And is this one stapled? Okay, these 2 are stapled. And one of those, I already know who's getting it. Okay, so let me put these. Should I do it here? Shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. I'll put them there. What are broadsides? Broadsides are really easy things. They are just like a poem on a piece of paper that you could like hang up or frame or whatever. It's like the most inexpensive way to get some poetry out, you know? So this is an empty case of Whippets. And then how many did I make of these? Crap, I don't remember. These aren't numbered. So I got to figure out. I don't know if I made these just for the Indiegogo. I have to go back and look, but I think I just made them for Indiegogo. But I'm trying to put them on better paper. So because the first one I did, it's on a nice color, but like the paper isn't anything to write home about. But I also want to keep it small enough and thin enough that I could. This is the Bukowski one I did. I want to make it to where I could just like put it in a little envelope and mail it if I needed to. So yeah, so I'll put that there. Let's see what did we come up with. I was gonna say 20. What are oh yeah, we just did the broadsides. But 50 sounds like a good number to me in my complete lack of knowledge about broadsides. And I'd say 2025. You know what? I guess I should count and see how many of the empty case of Whippets I have. Yeah, let me just do that now since it's on my mind, or else I'll forget and not do it. So, is that it? Okay. I can't believe I didn't number these right when they came out. Fucking idiot. This is the problem I have. Okay, so we have one. Oh, is this gonna? Are you guys gonna do this too? You know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my God. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. 20. That's right? 21, 22, 23, 24, and I already mailed one out. So 25. Yeah, 25 sounds good. That's what I did here. So we'll stick with that. So there's 20 of this one and 25 of this one. So that's cool. I like that. That works. Okay, so and they don't have to be as like how I put like the picture behind the words and everything. Like you don't have to do that. Like there are even some like magazines or publishers that just put out like broadside packs. So when you order the magazine or whatever, it's just a folder, and when you open it up, each poem is on like a separate sheet of paper that's like maybe a different type of paper, different fonts used, different paper weights, different colors and shit like that. So that's kind of cool. And then there was this one dude, and I fucking saw it, and now I can't remember it. But he got his poem published in this really cool broadside like mashup thing. It was like I'm trying to remember exactly how it worked out, but it was like the envelope, and then when you open the envelope, it like unfolds and shit, and there's like something like 6 or 7 poems from different people on the front and back. And I thought that was just like the most fucking brilliant thing I've ever fucking seen. And now I can't remember what it was, and I have to go look it up now because that's going to drive me crazy. But I definitely want to order that because I just thought that was just such a fucking brilliant way to get poetry out there. And then the other cool thing about broadsides is you could like go around and like hang them up like in town if you live in a town where that's something you can do. So like if I was doing that, I would do it on shittier paper and not really worry about anything and just like make like as many copies as I wanted to and then go out with a staple gun and just run. I'm actually probably going to start doing that anyway because I miss defacing property. I go through these moments where I like to either put stickers on everything I see. And when I was younger, I used to not necessarily do graffiti, but I would always like have a marker on me so I could write stuff. And then there were a lot of other people. This is really bad. I probably shouldn't even talk about it. But where I come from, if you cross out somebody's name, like you might as well be dead because they're going to come for you. And when I was a kid, I used to cross out everyone's name just because I knew it would start a lot of shit and people would be like, dude, I wonder who crossed me out. Did you fucking cross me out, motherfucker? And I was never in those groups. That was just something I liked to do, like on my own kind of thing. It wasn't like I wasn't doing it to like gain a street cred among my peeps, if you know what I'm saying. So I just like thought it was funny and then cause all sorts of madness and chaos. But you know, I mean, if I have to put Bunny's email address in every fucking public bathroom I go into, you know, I will. It's just something I'll do. But yeah, I really miss doing that. And COVID really fucking knocked my um, childish want of defacing property. That's so stupid. I'm a fucking grown ass man. What's wrong with me? I just like it. It's like, do it, I dare you. Oh, I just miss like guerrilla marketing. Like there were so many things you can before the interwebs. No, but like, and you could still do those things. It's just so weird now because like it's not. I feel like people don't know how to react when they see like in person guerrilla marketing. It's like cross my name out and we fight. Hell yeah. I'll go into like bathrooms and just write Bunny and then I'll leave and go back a couple hours later and cross your name out. I'll take you down. But yeah. Like, did you guys ever like light the street on fire using liquid latex or any other kind of highly flammable shit just to like make like a wall of flames across the street so the cars would stop and be like, oh, well, what's this fire in the middle of the street? Man, just little things like that to like get the monotony of the day out, you know, like I don't think there's enough of that anymore. But I also hate when people fuck with my shit, so the duality of man is strong in this one, says Yoda. I'm a fucking nightmare. You know what? This would be a lot funner if I was drunk. Don't know if I'd be doing as good of a job. But this would be a lot more fun. Maybe I should go grab a beer or something. Maybe I'll go do that. After lighting them on fire. Oh wait, my dad told me he and his friends used to dip tennis balls in gasoline and throw them in places. Yeah, you know what else we would do with those? And your dad probably did this too, because I'm sure if that's what he did, he was familiar with the anarchist cookbook. But if you went and got like a box of strike on anything matches, like kitchen matches or whatever, not strike on box, strike on anything, and you just chop the heads off, and so you just have all the heads, not the sticks, and then you cut a hole in the tennis ball and fill the tennis ball up with all of those strike on anything deals, put some duct tape over the hole, then cover that in gasoline and chuck that motherfucker, dude, you got some fun shit going on there. That motherfucker goes oop. You don't even need the fucking gasoline. You could just chuck that thing, and as soon as it hits, it's all contained and just fucking good stuff. You got to leave a little room so the matches can move around, but not too much. Because that thing's more of just like a flash that will then burn. But if you put it in gasoline and do it, that thing, that's some dangerous shit. Yeah, I think MacGyver and the A-Team really made juvenile delinquents have to up their game. Because they would just see, like, wow, you could do that with a fucking paperclip? What the fuck? Okay, we gotta fucking figure this shit out, guys. Like, that's legit shit right there. Like, no bullshit. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Yeah, I think I'm really down for that beer. Did I finish my coffee? Oh, that's cold. Was not expecting that to be that cold. Ooh, bitter, 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 bitter. Mm-hmm. God damn. Let's see here. 3, 5. 3, 5, 7, 9. 11, 13, 15. Oh shit, I should tell you guys this story. This is fucking classic shit. So I've been, because I'm going to be doing my audiobook for Fingering the Mundane here pretty soon. And I've been reading other stuff out loud and recording it at night when I've had a couple chug-a-lugs. And I'm just trying to like practice different voices, different inflections, and stuff like that. And last night I was reading this story where this chick was just like really annoying, and I was doing this, oh my god, like this awful girl voice. And my kid comes in and is all, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. Well, I heard you yelling. Well, no, I'm just reading a book. Oh, well, because I heard you yelling. I'm like, well, I'm reading it out loud. It sounded like you were ranting. I'm like, no, I was just, reading this book out loud. Sounds like you're upset. Sounds like you're pretty mad. And I'm like, no. And then it was like, okay, bye. It was just so funny because like when I do that, I don't realize how loud I get. But I'm trying to like up the emotion level as the story goes, like just kind of the rising action. And so that was pretty funny. That cracked me up. Let's see. I'll drink a beer with you. Woo! Bunny, now you're talking. Me and Bunny drinking a beer. Okay, well then I will be back in 2 seconds. I will let you look at all of this panic down here as long as I don't knock my fucking... There, look at that. Isn't that nice here? Let's go a little further so you can see more. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Look. All of that. Okay, let me go grab a beer, guys. I'll be right back. so funny because as soon as I got to the door, I was like, man, I should have grabbed two. Cheers, everybody. Keystone Light, which is Coors Light, in case you guys didn't know. And what's Natty Light? Natty Light's just Bud Light. Oh, got a bit ahead here. You know what they say. Fuck. Damn it. All right. Where? What's the score? I think I might need a break from these guys. Oh, this one feels little. That's what she said. Let me see if I'm right. Maybe it's just because I was holding a heavy beer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it's Salud. I think it's when you're holding something heavy like a can of beer, and then you come back and pick up something light like this, it feels strange. So I obviously cannot trust my perception of anything. Okay, so I'm going to get my hand sanitizer because I'm also going to have a cigarette because... Just because I haven't had a cigarette in a minute. Gosh, guys, I am beat. And ever since the campaign ended, I've been sleeping like hard. And all I want to do is sleep. I feel like all month long my body was in knots and I was just like totally stressed out. And now that it's over, especially now that it's over and it hit the goal, like my body's just like, oh, okay, fuck you, we're leaving. And the night before last, I fucking didn't get up until I think, what time did I get up? It was either almost 1 or almost 2, and that's weird. And then today, I got up like at 8, and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty normal time. And then I laid back down just to relax, and I just didn't want to get up. And I was just like, what are you doing? You have shit to do, motherfucker. Get up. And my body's like, no, like we don't want to get up. We want to fucking sit here and do nothing now. So the goddamn belches. So are we really drinking beer together, guys? You're very hardworking. Respect. This is like a question like I've had to actually talk to like professionals about, because there's a part of me that's like I have to hustle as much as I can because I can't work like normal jobs and normal careers like people do. And so since this is the only thing I really know how to do, I have to really like bust my ass on it in order to be able to support myself or support my family or whatever. And then the other side of that is that it might come off as hardworking, but it's really me having probably like just like this might be an ADHD thing. Like I have like tons of ideas and I'm like, oh, I should do this right now before I forget to do it. And so like I'll put together something and then go, okay, now this is this thing. Oh, well, now I should do this. Oh, let me do this. Oh, you know what I should do next month? I'll plan this and do this and that. And then next thing you know, I have like 5 or 6 things all going on at once. And it's not that I wanted it to happen like that, but it's because I plan things so poorly. That's how they come off. So basically, I should take the compliment you gave me saying you're very hardworking. But instead, I'm showing you that it's not on purpose. It's mainly because I book myself into corners and then have to try to fucking fight my way out. But I appreciate it. So thank you. That was sweet. So JH, are we drinking Bunny, Diana? Or what are we drinking? So my guess is going to be iced tea, water, and like a blueberry smoothie in any order. Those are what my guesses are going to be from everybody. Because whenever I do these things and I start drinking, everyone's like, "Yeah, let's get drunk, woo!" And then like everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm just drinking water." Like, yeah, I don't have anything, so I'm just drinking water. But everyone's so excited about, I guess, watching me get shit faced that you guys egg me on, and I'm obviously a child, so I let you guys do it. Uh, I am a giant man, baby. I'm water for me. Don't drink. Boom. Diana, thank you for proving at least part of my shit right there. I'm drinking something called, God, she's so far away. Paulaner. It's got 2 bearded dudes on it and a beer maiden, so you know it's good. I've had decaf. It's 11 p.m. here. Okay. All right. So, Bunny, let's see. You bought some sort of ale because there are 2 bearded dudes about to take some maiden up the mountain. That is so you. That is so you. Dude, JH, every time I fucking light my stove, like, I want to, like, tell everybody, like, whoever, and I've told my kid this probably, like, 8 times already, but, like, I'm in there and I'm lighting the stove and then, like, cooking tortillas on it, just, like, flipping them and stuff. And my kid walks in, I'm like, hey, did you know that a lot of places in Europe, they don't do gas stoves because of, and then I'll make up stats like all the suicides, all of the explosions, all of the, and it's like a good talking point. So I'm just like making up stuff. It's almost like I work for Fox News. I can just like um, make up statistics and news stories, and it impresses my family. So they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, JH said. So I'm probably giving you a bad name, JH. So I apologize for that. But that just trips me out. Like I never knew that before. There was one place that I lived that actually had an electric stovetop, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, it was totally confusing. I didn't understand how it even worked. And it was in North Hollywood, for fuck's sake, dude. And it had um, it was like a spiral shaped metal bit, and it would just like turn red hot. And so I was way more afraid of that than of like the flames coming out, because if you touch the flames, it's going to burn you a little bit. You touch that red thing, your hand's stuck, and it's going to be like cooking to the metal. and then when you pull, it's gonna rip all your fucking skin off. That scared the shit out of me, dude. That 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 was the scary thing for me. Oh, I'm not even done. I was just making stuff willy nilly. Damn it. I'm a fidgeter, guys. I'm a fidgeter. I had to learn how to cook on an electric stove when I got to Colorado. Always had a gas stove. Yeah, that sounds pretty scary. Like, I don't think I ever mastered electric stovetop cooking. Like, it was either like not hot enough or too hot, and I was burning everything. Um, I don't know. Is there like a? Do you guys have any tips on how to cook on an electric stovetop? Because if anything, I like this channel to be informative. So I would love to hear any ideas you guys have for electric stoves. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I'll tell you this story while I'm waiting for responses. When I lived in North Hollywood, um, the building was made in the early 30s, and a lot of the wiring hadn't been updated since the place was originally built. Um, and it was so old. Like, I don't know if you guys have this, but like I pulled one of the electrical outlets out to look at what it actually looked like in there, and it was all like super dusty, gross, but all the wires were wrapped in fabric, and I had never seen that before. Like, it would be a bunch of um, wires and what looks like almost like a sock or like a Chinese finger trap kind of thing. Um, it was just like the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. But anyway, so this one day, I had a metal sink, just a metal sink in the kitchen, and it had one of these soap dispenser things built into the sink. And I kept hearing this fucking noise. I didn't know what it was. It sounded like just like a sizzle or something. I didn't know what was going on. And then I was in, because my office in North Hollywood was just the dining room, and the dining room table was like my workspace, and the kitchen was behind me. And I remember looking over my shoulder, and I kept hearing it, and I saw this like little, um, like uh, like smoke thing going up, and something smelled weird, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in there? And I went in, and all the soap that was around the soap dispenser thing was sizzling and bubbling and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And I went and I touched it like a fucking dumbass, and it fucking blew my arm like fucking. It was just like, and like I was like, what the fuck was that? So of course, my first reaction. Okay, what's your first reaction when you touch something and you get electrocuted? First reaction is to grab the hose of the faucet that's on the same fucking sink to try to turn the water on to put the fire out, right? So I fucking grab the goddamn thing and fucking get blasted like straight fucking back. And I was like, okay, like this needs to be fixed right away. My sink is trying to kill me. If my kid wakes up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, it's gonna fry her little fucking head, and her hair will be out like this and shit. So I fucking called my landlord, all pissed off, and she's like, okay, I'll have an electrician come out tomorrow. And I'm like, motherfucker, like we could die. What are you? Like I was just like losing my shit, right? I'll read that in a second. And But I was so afraid that my kid was going to fucking wake up in the middle of the night for a glass of fucking water and get like blown into the fucking living room. So I fucking stayed up all night and put the chair like right in the doorway into the kitchen. And I just like sat like this all night, like falling asleep in the chair and shit, because I was so freaked out. And then the guy came to fix it. And apparently one of the wires was loose and exposed. And it was just like touching some like chicken wire that was like behind the wall, and the chicken wire was the top of the sink was rested on the chicken wire. So like the whole fucking building could have gone up, I guess. But when he started pulling all the shit out and saw like the little socks around all the wires, he was like, "What fucking century are we in? Like, are we in a time machine? Is this building from the past? Like, what's happening right now?" But yeah, so that was pretty fucking stupid. I wrote a poem about that. I can't remember what it was called, but it's in something. Fucking story time. Things are picking up around here. Let's see. I had to adjust to high altitude cooking. Diana, we're going to come back to that in just a second. Man, that's old. This is now an electric stove channel. It very well could be. I have a glass top stove, and if you spill any water on it, it's a pain in the ass. They also heat slow and unevenly. Oh, Bunny, do you have an electric top too? Like an electric stove? Stove stories. Yeah. I don't know how our stove stories turned into my metal sink trying to murder me, but it did. That happened. We were all there when it did. Oh, and by the way, my ulnar nerve problem is still really bad. This feels bizarre because I can't feel my pinky or this side of my ring finger and this part of my hand. So that's a thing. So hopefully within the next week, I will get that looked at. I do. I hate it, and I hope it goes to hell. Yeah, it's just it's weird. I've do you have the ones that like it's like a glass top, and it'll cook food, but if you touch it, it doesn't burn you? Like I have one of those. I've never understood the science behind that. It's brilliant, but I don't get it. It also sounds like to me it would take you 20 hours to cook minute rice. So that sounds awful. But I've been I've been converted. I've been converted, guys, to the air fryer. I cook everything I possibly can cook in an air fryer now. It's pretty cool. Instant pots are not instant. Nah, it burns. Okay, so I have the sanitizer on, so I don't got stinky fingers. That's what he said. And now we could get back to business. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. I think this paper is really annoying. And I don't know if it's because of the amount of ink that's on these pages or not. But I'm having a very hard time separating these, but they haven't been separated since they came out of the printer, so that might be why. So yeah, if your sink is sizzling, don't fucking touch it. That's the moral of that fucking story. My friends rave about their air fryer. Think I'll get one. Love kitchen gadgets, dude. Seriously. Oh wait, there's more air fryers. Air fryer talk. They're really popular now. The magnetic stoves, I don't trust them. Air fryers are good though. What's a magnetic stove? They make really fluffy, crispy tofu. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Um, no, just everything is so quick. Like my kid puts like chicken nuggets and French fries, just like fills the fucking thing up and puts it in, and it's like 12 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. I usually cook stuff like 390 for 9 minutes if it's frozen, and I'll check it halfway through and see if it's burning. But I was making sweet potato fries in it. Um, what else do I use it for? I use it for heating. Oh, dude, let me tell you what. I put, um, what do you call it? Roasted chicken, like from the next day in there. That was fucking amazing. Like it wasn't dry or nothing. I've put pizza in from like the night before kind of thing, and that's bomb, kicking ass in there. Yeah, the air fryer is just fucking. I love crispy stuff. Like I haven't touched a microwave in so fucking long now. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna use a microwave again. Well, like I guess no, because I cook that shit on the stove. Like if I'm reheating chili, I can just put that in a pan and cook it on the stove. Yeah, microwaves. So yesterday, that's so 1960. We've moved on, people. You know what I do need? I need a fucking slap chop. Do you guys remember those? I used to have one of those and I broke it, slapping it. But I need something like that because I have a Ninja blender, which is cool, but the cleanup on it when I'm just trying to like chop veggies and shit like that, it's like too much. Too much. Too much. So I need my slap chop. Too much, too much. Oh shit, has anyone started reading Pulp yet? I put it on last night when I was trying to go to sleep. And I probably only listened to like the first like 4 chapters before I passed out and I woke up and it was over. So I subconsciously have reread that book already, but I'm going to do it again. And for those of you who wanted to know where you can find it online for free, if you just go into the little search bar and type Charles Bukowski Pulp audiobook, you'll probably find like 2 or 3. So just do that. And again, you have to play it on 2 speed in order to have it be fucking ridiculous and quick, snappy repartee. That's not right. But you know what I'm saying. Oh, it's so funny. I was cracking up. Maybe I should give you guys a preview of it right now so you could decide if that's something you even want to fuck with. I think I'm going to do it. Let's see if the YouTube gods strike me. Strike me down! Strike me down, YouTube gods! I dare you to strike me down! No, that is a different book. I'll put it right here. Presents Pulp by Charles Bukowski. Formed by Christian Message. Let me know if you can make it out of. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Dedicated to bandwriting. I will put it here. Chapter 1. I was sitting in my office. My lease expired.
fired and McKelvey was starting eviction proceedings. It was a hellish hot day and the air conditioner was broken. A fly crawled across the top of my desk. I reached out with an open palm of my hand and some out of the came. I wiped my hand on my right pants leg as the phone rang. I picked it up. Yes, I said. Do you read Celine? A female voice asked. Her voice sounded quite sexy. I've been lonely for some time, decades. Celine, I said. I want Celine. She said, I've got to have him. Such a sexy voice, it was getting to me, really. Celine, I said. Give me a little background. Talk to me, lady. Keep talking. Zippa, she said. I looked down. How did you know? I asked. Never mind. I want Celine. Celine is dead. He isn't. I want you to find him. I want him. I might find his bones. No, you fool. He's alive. Where? Hollywood. I hear he's been hanging around Red Koldowski's bookstore. Then why don't you find him? Because first I want to know if he's the real Celine. I have to be sure, quite sure. Well, why did you come to me? There are 100 dicks in this town. John Barton recommended you. Oh, Barton, yes. Well, listen. I'll have to have some kind of advance, and I'll have to see you personally. I'll be there in a few minutes, she said. She hung up. I zipped up and waited. Chapter 2. She walked in. No, I mean, it just wasn't fair. Her dress fit so tight it almost split the seam. How many chocolate?
I don't know what happened. I guess that's what I get. Okay, so that was just a little taste. Was that too fast? That's fast. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I just I like everything really fast. And when it's fast, it's funny. It's funnier to me. I don't know. I actually talked to the guy who narrated that book, and I told him, I'm like, dude, you were so good in that book. You just nailed it. And I usually play you at 2-speed because it's funnier, and I'm sure he was totally offended. Like, who's this fucking guy? But I'm like, oh, dude, it's like some fucking Three Stooges bit or Marx Brothers fucking talkie or something like that. It just cracks me up. This isn't good. What fucking page is this? Did this come off that last book? Shit. Yep, sure did. Woo! That was a fucking save and a half. That would have been fucking dumb. I need Celine. It's funny when I do the sexy lady voice, it sounds like some villain dude from a Disney movie or something. Bam, 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 bam. I wonder if I could get away with playing some more. Let me see.
As she walked on the inside, they looked like little stilts. She walked like a drunken cripple staggering around the room, a glorious dizziness of flesh. Sit down, lady, I said. She put it down and crossed her legs high, damn near knocked my eyes out. It's good to see you, lady, I said. Stop gawking, please. It's nothing that you haven't seen before. You're wrong there, lady. Now may I have your name? Lady Death. Lady Death? You from the circus, the movies? No. Place of birth? Doesn't matter. Year of birth? Don't try to be funny. Just trying to get some background. I got lost somehow, began staring up her legs. I was always a leg man. It was the first thing I saw when I was born. But then I was trying to get out. Ever since, I've been working in the other direction and with pretty lousy luck. She snapped her fingers. Hey, don't know. I looked up. The Celine case, remember? Yeah, sure. I unfolded a paperclip, pointed the end toward her. I'll need a check for services rendered. Of course, she smiled. What are your rates? $6 an hour. She got out her checkbook, scribbled away, ripped the check out, and tossed it to me. It landed on the desk. I picked it up. $240. I hadn't seen that much money since I hit an exact in Hollywood in 1988. Thank you, lady. Yes, she said. Yes, I said. Now fill me in a little on this so-called Celine. You said something about a bookstore. Been hanging around Red's bookstore browsing, asking about Faulkner, Carson McCullers, Charles Manson. Hangs around the bookstore, huh? Yeah, she said, you know, Red. He likes to run people out of his bookstore. A person gets $1,000 in there, then maybe linger a minute or two, and Red will say, why don't you get the hell out of here? Red's a good guy, he's just freaky. Anyhow, he keeps tossing Celine out, and Celine goes over to Moose's house and hangs around the bar looking sad. A day or so later, he'll be back, and it will happen all over again. Celine is dead. Celine and Hemingway died a day apart 32 years ago. I know about Hemingway, I got Hemingway. You sure it was Hemingway? Oh, yeah. Then how come you can't be sure that Celine is the real Celine? I don't know. I've got some kind of block with this thing. It's never happened before. Maybe I've been in the game too long, so I've come to you, Button, since you're good. And you think the real Celine is alive? You want it? Real bad, Buster. Belaine. Nick Belaine. All right, Belaine. I want to make sure. It's got to be the real Celine, not just some half-assed wannabe. There are too many of those. Don't we know it? Well, get on it. I want Francis Gray's writer. I've waited a long time. Then she got up and walked out of there. I never saw an ass like that in my life. Beyond concept. Beyond everything. Don't bother me now. I want to think about it. Chapter 3.
Okay, I'll kill it.
It was the next day. I canceled my appointment to speak before the Palm Springs Chamber.
That's some good shit, guys. I've always been a leg man. It was the first thing I saw when it came out. And ever since, I've been working in the opposite direction with not good results or something like that. I can't remember what he said. That's so funny. Such a fucking funny book, dude. Well, I like it. I'm running out of places to put these guys. Oh, I bet you guys can't wait for the stapling portion of today's extravaganza. That's really fun. That's when you know. That's when you know shit's getting real. Oh my god, this is taking forever. It's probably because I'm running my old. What kind of printer do you use? I have an old Epson Workforce 7510, I think is what it is. It's the only printer that doesn't overuse ink, if that makes any sense. Like, I had an HP, got a new ink cartridge, printed out like 3 or 4 zines, and the ink ran out. And that's just fucking bullshit. And with a normal poetry chapbook, like this cover has kind of a lot of black on it. I actually tried to put the letters in the black bits to try to lessen it a little bit. But even this, printing 50 of these and then trying to print 50 so how many pages is that? If it's 30, what is it? 6? Or no, it's let me just count. They're right here. I can just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 sheets of paper make one chapbook. It's usually 6, but this one's a little bit bigger. And 50 of these. So 50 times 7 is whatever that fucking number is. Probably 350. That might be correct. But I did all the covers, most of these, and a bunch of shit before that. And everyone else uses that printer too. Before we had to like change the ink cartridge. So some printers, they want to give you like an absolute black, like really rich black, which is cool, but you're gonna eat your fucking ink like so fast that way. So if you could find like any of those little printers, like they just don't do, they can't do it. So like I always make sure everything's in grayscale, even if everything's just black anyway, because if you do grayscale, it doesn't use as much ink. And the newer, smaller printers, like your HPs and shit like that, they don't even give you the option for grayscale. It's just either black and white or full color. I print in grayscale. Yeah. Let's see. Ink cartridge cost kills so expensive. Yeah, I was wondering about black because I'd like to do black and white. Yeah, dude, totally. What do you print? What do you use your printer for, Diana? And Bunny, what are you talking about? What are you wanting to print? Tell me all about this. The other thing is, I don't use I think I get them. Yeah, it's eBay. I get extra large cartridges, and I get, I want to say 5, but I think it might be 10 for like $18. They are like not Epson ink cartridges, and so when you put them in, Epson's like, hey, wait a second, this isn't a fucking Epson cartridge. Are you and it even fucking says, are you sure you want to use this ink cartridge that is not a preferred Epson product? And it's like, yes or no. I'm like, yeah. Like, of course I fucking do, because your ink costs way too fucking much. I'd like to do a chapbook. Yay! And I really like the cover to be simple black and white with whichever title I come up with. Well, are you going to do your potato manifesto, or am I still doing that? I'm sorry, I've been lagging. I'm an ass. I'm really apologetic for that. And what was the title we came up with the other day for you? Was it Kill, Fuck, Eat? Was that the title you took? Luckily, I just print PDF patterns. I'm a bag maker, but still, it's $50 a shot for black ink. Yeah, can you get any kind of like generic, like recycled ink cartridge ink? Because I've never had any. I print so much stuff, and I've never said, "Oh, I really should have got the ink from Walmart or whatever." Don't apologize, you're a busy man. Kill, fuck, eat. I can maybe do the potato manifesto if you'd rather. We have to have that meeting. Like, we can't keep putting this off. This is something that has to be done. So maybe we could do it later today, if you're free. But we gotta bang all that shit out. Like, this is stupid, and it's my fault that everything's been kind of put on hold for that. So I apologize. I tried recycled ink, but my machine will not recognize it. What kind of printer do you have? As soon as a computer or a printer will start pulling shit like that, like, oh, I don't recognize this as an ink cartridge. It's like, well, I don't recognize you as a printer. And I get a fucking hatchet and I start smashing the fucking thing. Because I'm the boss. You're not the boss, Mr. Printer. Whatever I put in you, you fucking do. Do not fucking tell me that I can't do something because it's against your programming. Jesus Christ, what is this? Fucking goddamn iRobot? Fuck. Canon. Shit, have I ever had a Canon printer? I don't think I've ever had a Canon printer. Yeah, I don't think I have. I've either always had Epson or HP. Did I have a Canon printer? Like, I'm thinking like way back to when I lived in Costa Mesa. I think I might have had one, and not because it was mine, but because the woman I was living with had one. But I remember the Canon logo on something to my right. And I've never been a camera guy, so I don't know what the fuck else that could have been. We can do it tonight if you have time, but no rush. I can wait if you need me to. No, waiting's for chumps, dude. So we force stuff in. That's how we do shit here. And I'll try to rewrite that contract real quick because I didn't get it off my computer before the bad thing happened. And I'll send that over to you too if you want. And Bunny, let me ask you this. Are you on Instagram? Because every once in a while I'll see this, like, I get a like on something from someone named wild.bunny with no picture. And I want to say, Bunny, someone's out there using your name. But it might be you. So is that you? Let's get to the bottom of this. I'm the sneaky one. Yeah, we got to build a whole platform for you. You know what? Think about this too, and you don't. If you don't have the answer today, don't worry about it. Find out it, like decide if you want me to publish your books, like on all the like online markets and shit like that, or if you want me to just do like chapbooks and stuff for you, and do like Etsy or something like that. Diana, I am going to try to see if there's a workaround for Canon products to use non-Canon product ink, because that's like one of those, like, I feel like if I had like a thing to fight against, that would be like one of the things I fight against. Like computers and machines telling you what you can and cannot do. That is not okay. I do not like that. So we will dig on that. I will have to work my think mush on that one. I could do both. I want to know, like, if you want the freedom to kind of do whatever you want with like your chapbooks, or if you want the freedom to do whatever you want with your books. Let me know. I mean, I'm pretty easy to work with, but if you want to take care of one of those things, that's cool. That's up to you. Oh my gosh, I'm running out, guys, and I still have quite a few covers left. I was able to use recycled cartridges on my HP, but Canon, what a rip. Oh, that would fucking send me just... because our Epson broke. Because we got that in probably 2014. And it's a beast. It's like a big scanner, printer, fax. You could print up to, I think, 17 by 13 paper or whatever on it. And it just does everything, and it's so easy to use. I fucking love that printer. And it died. And it just would not work. And I went and looked at every video on the fucking planet on things to troubleshoot, and it just like was not working. So we got this little HP job. It was like $50 on Amazon, and I couldn't use recycled cartridges on that. And the ink for that was like, I think it was like $30 for black ink. And like, again, like I would make like 4 or 5 zines and I'm out of ink. And I couldn't fucking believe it. And I was so fucking livid. I actually have somewhere some like one sheets I printed out to just show you how much ink it was using on the black. So like I have like something that I printed on my Epson and then something I printed on the HP, and the HP looks 100 times better, but it's because it has a half a fucking ink cartridge of ink on it. And so what I ended up doing was I called Epson and I'm like, look, I have this printer and it doesn't fucking work. And I'm like, is there like a warranty or something? And I'm just like talking out my ass, right? They end up fucking saying, if you mail us that printer back, we'll mail you a new one of that exact same model, like one that's never been used. And I'm like, seriously? And they're like, yeah. So I fucking packaged up the old one, and within like 6 days, I got a brand new fucking printer that was the exact same printer I had before. And that's lasted up until now, touch wood. Although it's starting to make noises that is telling me that it might not be long for this world. So if you ever have something wrong with like a printer or something like that, um, always call the manufacturer and just start bitching and see if they'll, and just say, is there some kind of warranty or something? Because I can't believe this. And just see if they'll fucking do something like that. Because I mean, that saved me like $700, like right off the bat, like having them send that to me. So that was fucking awesome. Life hack, hashtag. No, it's hashtag first. Come on, dude. What fucking planet are you from? God damn it. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, 9. Give me a 11. And then that 13. And then that 15. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think there's only 2 left. Wow, this is a fucking stream and a half. Did I break you guys with that way to get a new printer thing? It's so funny because like I never really thought about printers being, what the fuck? There is a giant squirrel up in my lights outside. Little fucker. That whole thing could have come down. Shit. I thought it was a fucking cat. But yeah, I never realized how important a printer was to me until I lost the one I had and then had to start using inferior products. But yeah, always grayscale. You will go broke faster than a drunk in Vegas if you fucking do not print in grayscale. And I think the blacks are just fine. Like, it doesn't look like it's not dark. I mean, my blacks look fucking rich as shit. But because of all the shit that between the printer lasting as long as it has and knowing that I can use like recycled ink cartridges and shit, I'll always get Epson. I almost, I was talking to a dude at a print shop, and he's like, for the volume you do, you really need like a toner ink printer instead of like ink cartridges and shit. Gross. Fucking animals. So I was kind of looking for like a Xerox machine, and just getting those big long ink toner things. And fuck, those things are expensive as shit, dude. Not gonna lie, but honestly, that would probably be the best thing, because not only could I do the volume I want to do, but it's not gonna fucking like damage the printer. Because like we have to do, like when I do these, I have to do like 10 at a time, because if I do more than that, it's like the printer will start having a stroke and shit. Because like even that printer being kind of a business printer, it's like for like printing out like, I don't know, like whatever fucking old people print out at their fucking weird offices that have nothing to do with paper. Like directions from MapQuest to whatever restaurant they're going to for lunch. Shit like that. Oh, I thought I lost a page. Did you ever do art with poems, or is that not a thing? You could totally do that. A lot of people do that. Yeah, look up, like Google. Like first, I would say Google concrete poetry and take a look at some of that stuff. And then Google like images of either poetry and art or art and poetry. Probably poetry and art. And just see what comes up and see what kind of ideas you get. If you go on like Etsy, there's tons of people who just like will write like a poem that's like she shines like the sunrise, and it'll be like on like an embroidery or like I don't know, like a something, and there'll be like some weird like manga painting of like a bird or some fucking shit like that. You know, just like look around, see what inspires you, because all artists are thieves, but we just have to be like Austin Kleon says, steal like an artist and show your work. Am I right? Everybody steals, so just be honest about who you're stealing from. I only look at your Etsy. That is brilliant. Everyone should listen to that. Hey, when I go on Etsy, I'm only going on your Etsy. That's what I want to hear. That's beautiful. Oh, mother of all shit shows. No, this is not from that. And that is not from that. Okay, so this is just a random first page. Okay. So we will save that. I should have a file that is just all of my 1 or 2 pages from printing that like the whole book got fucked up and we only got a couple pages out of it. Because I do have a lot of those. This is good times, huh? Us hanging out like this, getting fucking shit done. I really hope you guys are all getting shit done while I'm doing this and you're not just like bored. Like, we should be using this as getting shit done time. Maybe I'll do like a daily get shit done stream. I like hanging out with you, and I like hanging out with you, Diana. We should all be hanging out and working our fucking asses off right now. You guys are fucking fun. We got to talk about, altitude cooking. Diana, what the fuck happened? Like, we need to get on that. So I live about 8,000 miles up, 8,000 feet above sea level, baking is a pain in the ass. I'm going to say that right now. But other stuff really hasn't been that tricky, I don't think. And I don't think I paid attention enough when I was down at sea level to notice how long something would take if I was sitting there with it. But what is the rule with altitude cooking, with high altitude cooking? Because we always talk about that. We're like, ooh, like my kid's like, I'm going to make a cake. And then like, oh, do we need to use oil? Like, yeah, shit, that's right, huh? Mile high, yeah, dude. Shit. But yeah, so what's the big rub with altitude cooking? Because even when we were in the desert, we were 3,000 feet up because it was the high desert. It's right before the drop into Death Valley. I think the highest it gets over here is if you go up the highway that's out there. If you go up that highway to get back down the mountain, it'll take you up to, I think, 9,100 feet or 9,200 feet. That's the highest it gets. Let me see. I think it's 10 more minutes. I know when I can, I must adjust for altitude. Oh, shit. So is it a thing like 10 more minutes if you're in a higher altitude, or is it like every 1,000 feet you add X amount of stuff to it? Because let me tell you how many times we've made cakes or cupcakes or just any baked anything, and the middle is like goo still. And you like do that fork thing, and there's shit all over the fork or the knife or whatever, and you're like, how the fuck is this happening? It really fucking gets to you. All right. So this is the last one I have. And this is number 41. So I think I don't need 9 because I actually did a couple of the front ones. Let me check this real quick. And I have the first page. Okay, so we have 1. Oh, you are kidding me right now. 1. Oh my God, stop. 1, 2. This is not my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need to print out 6 more of these, which I will do at a later time. Yes, every 1,000 feet you must adjust. If the recipe calls for 45 minutes, it's 60. Oops, 45 minutes will equal 50 to 60 minutes for me. I have to test everything I bake for doneness. Oh, yeah. Jeez, man. I wish there was just like a... Now, do you know of some rule where if you are in a higher altitude, you shouldn't use butter for things and you should use oil? Or did I like make that up in my head or dream that or something? But I keep going, oh, we better be using oil. We're up pretty high. That sounds like such bullshit. I don't even believe it now, and I'm like the one who said it. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna get to stapling, but first, I'm gonna have another cigarette. Never heard of that. Yeah, I probably made it up or I dreamt it. There was here's a good story. When I was a kid, I probably have told this story before. I had a dream, and when I was a kid, Mike Tyson was like the heavyweight champ, you know, and it was, I believe it was in '88. I want to say, yeah, I think it was '88. It might have been, no, it was '88. Because the Reverend Jesse Jackson was in the news because he was running, or it was probably '87 then. He was trying to run for the Democratic nomination. And I had a fucking dream that Reverend Jesse Jackson had a boxing match with Mike Tyson and beat him. And this is before Mike Tyson had ever been beat. And now Jesse Jackson was the fucking heavyweight champ. And I woke up and I was like, no. Tyson got beat by Jackson? What? And I went to school and I was like, oh my God, did you guys see the fight last night? And I'm lying about shit. I'm like, oh, dude, I saw it. It was fucking crazy. And I'm telling them everything I saw in my fucking dream and shit. I'm like, yeah, dude, Jackson just had him up against the ropes and was just beating the crap out of him, man. And I couldn't believe it. He fucking knocked him out. And all my friends were like, what are you talking about? This and I'm like, yeah. Jesse Jackson is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. No shit. And then, like, we stopped talking about it. And, like, days went on. And I'm, like, around the house. And I'm, like, every once in a while, I'm just go, man, I can't believe Jesse Jackson, man. I can't believe it. And like my parents being like uber conservative, like if I said something like that, even as a kid, they were like, huh, don't I know it, you know? And they had no idea what I was talking about. And then I can't remember how it came out. I think someone called me out on it, or there was news of a new fight. And I'm like, how did Mike Tyson get his belts back from Jesse Jackson? And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like my parents, I'm like, yeah, no, Jesse Jackson beat Mike Tyson, won the belts. How did Tyson get the belts back? Because like I didn't hear about the next fight. And everyone's like, this, what? No, this isn't a thing. And I was like fucking screaming at people. I was screaming at my parents going, it was, I saw it. And yeah, turns out it never happened. It was all in my mind. So I do dream stuff up and think that it's real. Those are also called delusions, apparently. So that's a thing. So that's scary. But yeah, Jesse Jackson never fought Mike Tyson, just so everybody knows. Just like in the last stream I did, I accidentally almost started the rumor that Michelle Obama was intersex, because I got confused because somebody wrote the names of 3 books in the comments that were like the best books they've read. And I thought it was one really long title. And the last thing was like Becoming by Michelle Obama. And I'm like, oh, and it was like something intersex, da 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 da. And I was like, oh my God, Michelle Obama's intersex? Like, was that a thing? Was I supposed to know about that? And so yeah, so after some research and asking, it turns out that that wasn't true either. And I was almost starting rumors. This is what happens when you become a big social media influencer. Is he up there? That was probably really loud, guys. Sorry. They're gonna pull we have like these string lights across the patio cover, and they're climbing on them and hanging from them. And it is putting a great amount of pressure on those. That's not good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing here is stapling, or in the business, what we call binding. So, yeah. I just noticed those books are all going to fall down. That's another thing too, guys. I don't know when, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. If I'm going to be doing it on eBay or Instagram or whatever, but I'm going to be selling off like a really big chunk of my books, like the books that I own, not like books by me, but books I own, because I need that MacBook. I cannot be on a PC like this forever. So I figure I would rather be able to write and produce with ease than I would like to have a lot of books that I've already read that were just like so kind of thing. Or so for me. So, do you guys have any recommendations on the best place to sell books? Because like people are even saying do it on Etsy, because a lot of my books are like vintage, retro, old books, and I could probably sell them for a lot more on Etsy than I could on eBay. So if that's a thing, let me know. I'm like, so get off my lawn with these damn squirrels right now. They're big. The squirrels here are fucking huge, dude. They're these just big, gray, mangy looking things. Are you interested in selling in lots? Um, yeah, to get everything moving faster, but at the same time, I know just from my own experience having like an eBay store, when I do lots, like I'm like cannibalizing my own sales. Um, can you sell on both platforms, or is it too difficult to manage? I think yeah, I could. The other thing about Etsy for me is that I'm already on there doing stuff, and I haven't really sold anything on eBay in so fucking long that like um, there might be like a bit of a learning curve there for me. And posting on Etsy is really fucking easy. I haven't posted on eBay from my phone in donkey's years, really. So, yeah, there's that. And I really wanted to move again back down to LA before the snow comes, because I am just not looking forward to the snow. I don't like it. Nope. Not not a fan of living in the snow. Oh yeah, you already read that. Yeah. I think there's more traffic on eBay than on Etsy. I think that's a pretty solid assessment. But I do follow people on Instagram that just sell books on Instagram. And they'll just take a picture of the book, like front and back, and say like $8. DM me if you want it. Albino brain bugs. Third rock from the sun. What are you talking about? I know third rock from the sun. I don't know albino brain bugs. Do you have to shovel the snow? Oh yeah. No, I would have to do that. And the plus about this house compared to our last Big Bear house, the driveway went like this and like curved around, but it was like super fucking steep. And that was a pain in the ass. This driveway is super flat, but it is really long, and it is long. It almost goes the extent of the property from the street to the garage. So it would just fucking take forever. That's what they called snow in one episode. Dude, that show's so funny. I haven't watched that in forever because they were aliens. Sorry. And China was on that for a bit, dude. I love China. That was so sad. What happened to her? Heartbreaking. I said 6, right? I have 6 things to put together, 6 more to print. Oh, okay. China the wrestler, yeah, she was a cop on Third Rock for a while. She was like the other woman that the alien chick when she was with Newman from Seinfeld. China was like the other cop. She wasn't on it for a long time. I think it was just like a few episodes maybe. But yeah. China. Okay, let me put all of these somewhere because these are all low numbers or like high numbers. The fuck is that? Oh, did I already put that in there? Look at me being all fucking on top of my own shit. Nope, don't like that. Okay, let's do these ones first. Some people do one staple, some people do 3. Some people do 2. I like 2. And I already fucked up a staple. God damn it. There we go. That's easy. What happened to China? You don't have to answer, Savvy. she had some sort of substance problem, and she was posting all of these. I think she was like getting ready for some kind of comeback in wrestling of some sort, and she was posting all of these really weird um, videos on her Instagram and shit. And she was all fucked up one day and was posting all this weird shit and drinking like kale shakes or whatever. And there was just like green shit pouring down her mouth and she wasn't making any sense. And then like a day or two later, they found her dead. So it's just sad. Why am I having a hard time with this stapler again? God damn it. It's just sad. Sad stuff. And then just like how she was treated with her breakup with Mr. Levesque. And them not wanting her in the Hall of Fame because she had done adult stuff, even though they let X-Pac get into the Hall of Fame when he did adult stuff with her. And then after she died, then it was like, oh yeah, we've always loved China. She was such a inspirational person and all this other stuff. So I think they let her in the Hall of Fame with DX, but not on her own. Yeah, that staple is not. Well, yeah, that's okay. So that happened. That's a thing. I think it's this table, like, and how I am perched. I need the whole fucking table. And a table I have here. Oh man, am I out of staples again? Let's see. Staples, do we have any? We do. We are up and running, guys. We have the staples. We have the power. I like having all my stuff in one localized area. That is something I did not have when I was living in the desert. I will need more, so I will leave those out. That sucked. Neither of those are great. I'm going to have to redo that one. I just have a heavy hand, guys. I have a heavy hand. So I'm going to try to go from farther back. That was a little bit better. Maybe that's what the problem is. That's a bit better. There we go. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Yeah. I'm in the groove, guys. I found my groove. This is how Stella got her groove back. Get into the groove. Something blah, blah. Oh, now we are talking. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Yeah. Well, the entertainment value on this show just fucking took a jump upwards. Get into. God, I'm gonna be fucking doing that all day now. Motherfucker. Hate it. I hate it. I get a song stuck in my head, and that is that. And Bob is your uncle, and Fanny's your aunt. Okay, I lost my groove. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I think I pushed too hard on the end. I think that's what the problem is. Like, I pushed too hard on this part of the stapler instead of, like, putting all my weight on this bit. And it busts up the staples as they come out. Oh, so let's talk music. Because I have been listening a lot to my LA Punk Mix. I know I brought it up on the last stream, but I've still been listening to it a lot. Oh, motherfucker. Did I just jam it? There we go. And I've been listening to a lot of X because X is fucking amazing. Like, you have to listen to the first 3 X albums. Los Angeles, Wild Gift, and Under the Black Sun, I think is what it's called. They are just tip-top, great fucking albums and great representations of LA in the early 80s. Like, fuck, dude. So good. But last night, I was listening to, like, more classic stuff. And I was listening to a bunch of Black Sabbath and Rolling Stones. And that was fucking awesome. You can listen to Rolling Stones all the fucking time, dude. And especially the first 2 Sabbath albums are fucking amazing. And the next 3 are still really good. But those first 2, man. Oh, Sabbath, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are done. And I'll do these before we move on to the next thing. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Kind of freaking out. Get into the groove. Something blue. Maybe I should just do this and then tomorrow do another one. That might be the smarter thing to do. Because that way I could get back to formatting the Poetic Anarchy book, which, by the way, Poetic Anarchy, the second class, is starting on Tuesday. So let me know if you are interested. And Poetic Anarchy Volume 1, the book from the students of said class, is coming out on Monday. But I haven't finished the layout, so I have to fucking do that. But I hate working on a PC, so it's making my life miserable. And I have decided I am not going to pay Microsoft $100 just to use Word and all their other shit programs that I don't want. I'm just using Google Docs now. So I am a cheap ass who is just using Google Docs now. And then hopefully when I get my new MacBook, I can go back to just using Scrivener and Fucking Pages. Oh yeah. Fairies Wear Boots. Favorite Black Sabbath song? Yep. Classic. Classic. Last night actually, I was really into Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. But that first album, even the second album, because Fairies Wear Boots, that's on the second album, right? The Paranoid album. Is it? I think it is. Help me out here. What album is that on? I think it's on the second one. I'm not sure now. Now I'm completely worried that I have misspoke. But NIB, War Pigs, Black Sabbath, yes, Paranoid, yeah. It's so funny because when I was younger, Iron Man and Paranoid were like my favorite Black Sabbath songs. And I just think those are so not played out, but just so boring compared to all the other shit they do. Like even the Wizard with that like crazy like harmonica intro thing. Paranoid was the first album I ever bought for myself. No way. Okay, let me try to figure this out. Cassette tapes. The first cassette tapes I bought. I got some hand-me-downs from my sister, so I'm not going to count those. And my mom. I got hand-me-downs from my mom, too, when she didn't want them anymore. So I had, like, Michael Jackson. No, that was a Christmas present, so I will come back to that. I had Michael Jackson Thriller, Miami Sound Machine, Primitive Love, Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. Yes, that's correct. And I think those were the ones. Those were like my 3 tapes I got from my folks. I remember when Alice Cooper was risque. Oh, fuck, dude. Alice Cooper. You're going to put me on a fucking goddamn time machine rant in a minute here. Alice Cooper. Oh, let's finish one story at a time. Okay, so the first tape I remember like begging someone to buy me was Def Leppard Hysteria. And my first 8-track was the Partridge Family. You did not have a fucking 8-track player, you liar. I don't believe you at all. And my first 8-track was Waylon Jennings. Which one was it? I don't remember. And that was later in life. I just had this like kick where I was going to start collecting 8-track tapes. I didn't even have a fucking 8-track player. Did too. Dad gave it to me. Did too. Okay. I apologize for questioning your 8-track coolness. But then that Christmas, oh yeah, so Def Leppard Hysteria. I remember I was at Music Plus with my mom and my sister, my older sister. I'm like, please, please, please give me this tape. And my mom was like, oh, I don't know. And then she asked my sister, she's like, are these one of those devil music Satan people? And my sister's like, no, God, ugh. And I think we were there because we were getting my stepdad born in the USA for his birthday, I think. But I remember for Christmas, I got Michael Jackson Bad, Tiffany's self-titled album, which is banging, by the way. And Pile Driver, the Wrestling Album 2 from WWF. Pour some sugar on me. I don't remember my first 8-track, but it might have been Paul Simon. I'm trying to remember what the first record I had was, because I had a lot of records when I was a kid, but they were all like story records or like kid movie soundtrack records that I play on my Fisher Price turntable. But I do remember that when I was a kid, And it was weird because I just assumed everyone had this record because when I was a kid and I would go through people's records, I would always see it. But it was Herb Alpert and was it Tijuana Brass? And it was called like something Cream. And it was like a green album and it had some chick and she was like this and she was like covered in like whipped cream, but it looked like just bubbles from the bath kind of thing. What was that called? That was just like, that was my childhood right there. Like I would go to everyone's house and they would have that record, like their parents would have it. And so I just thought like, I don't know if I thought that it came with record players when you bought a record player or it came with a house when you bought a house. Whipped cream and other delights. Oh my gosh, Jimmy coming in, saving the day. Thank you, Jimmy. That woman was pregnant too. Shut the front door. Wait a second. Am I mixing stuff up right now? Is that album the... It can't be. Is that album the ill-fated album where the screams in the background were actually someone getting murdered? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? No, you know exactly the album. What is that? Green cover, woman covered in whipped cream. I don't know about the screams. Okay, there was some album from the 70s, I think. And if you turn it up, you could actually hear some woman screaming. It's really low in the mix. And allegedly, somebody busted in during the recording session and they tried to stop her and they accidentally killed her, supposedly. Oh my God, I'm going to freak out. Somebody Google woman being killed on record. Oh, that's a horrible thing to look up. Whipped cream and other fucking delights. Dude, the font on that album is also amazing. I could see her being pregnant because she had a fucking glow to her, people. Whoever that chick was. Like, I mean, every kid in my neighborhood looked at her, so. But we also all looked at my friend's dad's Lonnie Anderson and the red bikini poster and the Farrah Fawcett and the bikini poster. No, Lonnie Anderson red one piece, Farrah Fawcett sitting sideways, head tilted back, in a two-piece. Boom. I just blew your fucking mind, guys. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, let me put myself on a watch list for that real quick. That's funny. That's good shit. Okay, I'm trying to go through bands and let me see. Okay, was it Led Zeppelin? Was it The Doors? Was it the Rolling Stones? Don't think it was the Beatles. No. I think we're going to have to go deeper. Like maybe Skinnerd? Was it Skinnerd? Or Deep Purple? Oh my God, it's freaking me out. Okay, I'll Google it in a little bit. Let me just finish stapling these up. Oh my God, I'm like breaking this. There we go, that was a good one. Herb Alpert. Why did everyone have that fucking record? Everyone had it. Like, what was like the big song on it? I don't think I've ever even actually heard it. God damn it. Herp Albert. I'll just do these right here, and then I will call it, because this is taking way too fucking long. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So let's put you down here, and then just, oh, there's two more. God, I can't get that chick out of my head now. Fucking Herp Alpert, the Tijuana motherfucking brass. With some glowing pregnant lady on the front. Jesus Christ. Should not be this hard to staple something. I think the stapler's busted. I need to get the one that goes like that. Okay, folks. So that was getting a bunch of shit done with me today. So remember, Poetic Anarchy starts Tuesday. Go to IHateMattWall.com to look at all the new shit. Posted a new poem up there today. And One Night and Panic are available now on Etsy. And Monday, Poetic Anarchy Volume 1 will be out. Weird Mass 25 is now out on Amazon. And I think that's it. Night, night. Are you going to bed, Bunny? Because I'm going to hit you up in a little bit. So if you're going to bed, then I will hit you up later. See you next time. Off to read Weird Mask. Woo! That's what I like to hear. Okay, I'll probably do this again tomorrow because this was quite fun and I got a lot of work done. So bye-bye, everybody.